Can everybody hear me okay? Uh, how was the TNT test sample I did? Was that loud enough? Deborah, was that loud enough for you? Okay. All right, folks, let's get started real quick. You know, uh, for those, I've covered this, but I'll cover it again. I'm a former Air Force officer. I try to think two ways, strategically and tactically. Strategically is when I look at the big picture. Tactically is when I'm taking this week by week and trying to make money. Been an active trader since the 70s. I'm a former member of Chicago Mercantile Exchange. I have three books: Winning the Day Trading Game, The Markets Never Sleep, and Trade to Win. You can still purchase those books on Amazon, and I would encourage you to do so. Just per chance we might meet sometime, like June 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, and you would like me to sign it. I've worked with students since 1996. My favorite part of the job is working with you. And I come up with ways, I think, to share with you some of the experiences I've had to keep you from having to make the same mistakes I made back and occasionally still make. Okay. So that is what I do and the driving force behind what I do. Now, there's risk involved in trading. You know, a lot of people run from risk. I say you must embrace risk before you can win. And you put on a trade, you can't get all tore up. That's why I tell people, honestly, to make level bets. I've been trading all these years. I never know when a trade's going to be a huge success. So leveling it out minimizes the duds. You'll see what I'm talking about if you watch that tape that we put together. But past performance is not indicative of future results. Now, our YouTube channel, it's free. I'm making it a training depot where I can post videos in there every Tuesday and make it interesting to you, bring in the current market and teach you some of the things I've learned over my career. And I believe you can't beat the value of it. It's free. Go to D go to youtube.com/at TBUZ Now, customer service now is live from Monday through Friday, 10 o'clock to 1 o'clock. Go to dtitrader.com/help. Use it. No cost for it. We're put it there to make sure if you forget something, need help, you can get it. Go to 10 to 1 every day of the week, every day of the trade week to take advantage of that and get instant answers to maybe some of the questions you might have. Like, when's our next meeting live? June 2nd, 3rd, and 4th would be the way I would answer that. We call that sawgrass. Now, training day at DTI started today with market timing techniques. I'm going to develop these themes further with you, but the market timing techniques will get you on the right side of the market, which will increase your accuracy and lower your risk. You got to learn it. Now, picking winning stocks, there's nothing I would say that anybody here couldn't learn how to do. You just got to know where to look. And we showed you today where we look for our winning stocks each week of the year. When it comes to options, there's a lot of different ways that you can use options. There's so many ways that it would take days and days to give you some of the ideas that I've used options in the past on. What we tried to do today is get you focused on it's not something to fear. It's something to use to help you manage your money. And managing options has some rules that I think will keep you straight and in the game long enough to even learn more and more. So, this section is entitled Taking the Information to Grow Your Account. So I said to myself, what are some of the reasons people lose money? There's a lot of reasons that people lose money, but I believe one of the biggest reasons is over trading. In other words, you hear an idea, maybe off the TV, maybe from me or somebody else, and next thing you know, you have a trade on, and the trade is not a good trade, it's a dud, and it takes your account down. I've done that. Or trading too much. In other words, it was so good in the morning, you come back in the afternoon and give all the money back and end up negative. I'm talking about negative. You don't want to do that. Now, I saw somebody the other day that they made one trade and it made them fearful. I said, don't think about this as one trade. Do a plan and lay out at least 10 trades in advance, your risk capital and how you're going to take these trades. You won't even know where you are if the first time you get kissed, you try to get married. No, you got to experience. You got to use some experience in trading options and doing the market. And having an unbalanced approach, we recommend using level bets. Now, here's a video that we put together for this specific topic, entry and exit techniques. Go there, plan out your bets. I'll tell you this, I've been trading all these years. I don't know which trades are going to turn out to be the home runs and which ones are going to turn out to be the strikeouts. But if you're level on every one of them, they won't be magnified. And I always bring this up. It's a great thing to think about. Think of this trade as one of your next 10,000, put it in perspective, okay? If you're going to be around a long time, which I hope you will be, you got to think long-term about trading. Now, people lose money because they put trades on and I guess they don't like having a target in there or having an action plan based on the amount of time their assets are being risked or something or some time in the future to review it. I say what keeps my greed in check, and it's always greed and fear, what keeps my greed in check is I think in terms of percentages. And if I'm in a trade, okay, after about 72 hours, then I start looking at that trade, see if there's any action I need to do, like take a loss or make a modification if it's worthy of keeping. But 72 hours is a good time frame, especially with options to get you out of the noise area and put you into an area that would give you the satisfaction of knowing you gave your best, okay? Where you're just not jumping in and jumping out. Now, why do some people make money? Well, guarantee you, this is the time I'm going to use that word. Anybody that makes money in the market must have a plan designed to accomplish their personal goals in trading. You got to have a realistic plan. You can't have $1,000 think you're going to turn it into $1 million. You might eventually do that, but at first you got to have a realistic goal and think again in terms of what would be a nice return on your assets in that market. Have a plan to accomplish that and a trading approach that's in line with that plan. Now, this is a hard thing for people to do, okay? And that is exiting out of trades that's losing money. I'll look at trades sometimes at the end of the day after I put it on and say, I don't want to stay in that trade. It didn't do what I wanted it to do. It didn't meet any of the objectives, and I'll get rid of it. because I don't want it affecting me tomorrow or the next day. That emotional drain of something going down, down, down when you want it to go up, up, up. Be willing to take losses a lot quicker than you are to take gains. You will find that if you will learn the art of taking a quick loss, you'll forget about it a lot sooner and it won't have damage to your account because you're going to have good trades that you keep. The other thing that I tell people that make a lot of money, and I've seen them do it, is take into account what time of month it is. Let me give you some general overview. Generally speaking, around the first of the month, the market is bullish, generally speaking, in a bull market. In the middle of the month, you tend to get a lot of backing up at the middle of the month. What do you have at the middle of the month that might cause that? An economic report that I can think of is when inflation is on everybody's radar, an inflation report might cause that. So take into account seasonality when you're looking at the market, okay? And there's certain days that are better than others. I'll tell you right now, I've tracked myself from trading. My best 2 days of the week to trade are Tuesdays and Thursdays. Without a doubt, those are my 2 best days to trade, Tuesdays and Thursdays. That is, if I'm buying something and wanting it to go higher, that's the 2 best days. Now, if I'm selling something, Friday to Monday is a pretty good day. If I'm selling something, known as the weekend side hustle. Now, knowing major events can help you determine what the trend is. There's 5 major events that come to mind. The unemployment report, the first of the month, CPI and PPI at the middle of the month, GDP and PCE at the end of the month, plus any outside news. For example, what's outside news? Major earnings, like on NVIDIA or Apple. Those are major earnings you watch every time they report. They set the tone. They're the leaders. Watch those. Again, NVIDIA's out in front of us. Apple's behind us. You saw what Apple did. And the trends really played out, hadn't it, since Apple reported. When the big mama says everything's good, people find a reason to be optimistic, okay? And these major news events are going to affect the trend. And they happen around the clock. Now, today, I'm having an emergency Zoom meeting. I hope you can join me at this link. We'll get started an hour from now, give everybody time to rest. But we just wrapped up our first inaugural training day in the U2. We'll give you notice the next time we do this and the subjects that will be at hand. But if I was you, I would keep these videos close at hand, reviewing, ask questions, do what you need to do to become a better trader. You got to remember, for them to pay you the kind of money for you taking risks in this market, you have to educate yourself. I will tell anybody I come in contact with, this is not a convenience store of trading. It's a lot of hard work for you to learn. You got to have a real valid, down hard interest in the market and follow it with the attitude that's helping you with your life, helping you with your own pocketbook, and helping you see the economy through your eyes, okay? Through your eyes. So, folks, it's been a pleasure being with everybody today. This is Monday, a great day to do it because this is the day I captured numbers that's going to help me trade going into tomorrow. So, as I always say, I'll see you on the flip side. And the flip side today starts at 3:30. Do not miss that session. Thank you, thank you, thank you.